We know that 80% of our results come from 20% of our activities. And we've been talking lately about how to identify the 20% of activities that when you focus on them will get you closer to achieving your goal in each area of life. And recently, you've identified the 20% activities in the one area of life that you're focusing on growing on. And today we're going to talk about how do you time block, how do you schedule those, and then most importantly, how do you keep those commitments to yourself? I don't know about you. I used to be the first person to cancel appointments I've set with myself to do things for myself rather than cancel with anyone else. And I think that's really common, right? I would argue, we're all pretty good at keeping our appointments with other people, with clients, doctor appointments, kids, sporting events, or your practices. We're all pretty good about keeping appointments when it involves other people. I feel it's safe to say, and as a coach who's worked with many people, I hear this on a consistent basis, that we tend to be for the first people to cancel on ourselves. So if we've set up a time to work out, or if we've set up a time to, go to the spa or go golfing or whatever this may look like for you, we tend to cancel appointments that we've set with ourselves because we think, well, they're not going to impact anybody else. It's only going to impact me. No big deal. I'm going to skip the workout today. No need to go to the golf course. And you know what? The spa day can come at another time. Well, what I want to talk to you about today is how do you stick to the appointments that you set with yourself? So it goes back to, what is that 20% for you? Maybe you're someone who's focusing on physical health and fitness, and you decided that the 20% activities, when you focus on these, are going to get you closer to your goals. And it's going to the gym 5 days a week. It's drinking a half gallon of water. It's hitting 10,000 steps a day. It's getting good sleep. Okay. Maybe those are the things you've identified. You are going to take the list of maybe 1 to 5 things that you decided are what you need to prioritize. And you are going to put those onto your calendar. Listen to how you're going to do this though. Whether you use a phone, calendar, or paper and pen, I want you to look at the week ahead, and I want you to start with a clean slate. Nothing on the calendar. And the very first things I want you to write on that calendar or type into that calendar are your 20%. Those priorities that you decided are so important to you, I want you to put those on the calendar first. Those go on the calendar first. Then other things can get added to the calendar if they need to be. So if you're going to the gym 5 days a week, what time is that? And you're writing that on your calendar. If you had to drink a half gallon of water, maybe you're putting that reminder at the bottom of your day and you're doing little check-ins to make sure you've drank a certain amount by each time during the day. If you've got to get more sleep, then you're putting on your calendar when you're shutting everything down for the night and going to bed, right? So I want you to take what you've written down, put it into your calendar first. Now, typically we're all like, okay, I got that. I can do that, Jackie. It's been on my calendar before. The issue is keeping and honoring that appointment with yourself. So a lot of times we need to step back and we need to ask ourselves, are there any conversations that I need to have with people that are around me that I possibly might either need to just have a conversation with or even set a boundary with? For instance, maybe you're someone who used to be like me, answering text messages immediately or picking up the phone, trying to get right back to people. And maybe this needs to just be a message out to your team or a conversation with your family, right? Hey, family, please forgive me. I know you're really used to me answering back right away. What I want to let you know is I've set some new goals for 2024. And one of those goals is to be working out every morning from 7 to 8 a.m. So I just want to let you know that during that time, I'm going to be focused in on my workout so that I can show up not only really good and healthy for myself, but so I can show up as my best for you. So no, I'll see your text messages after my workout. I will get back to you. And I just know that because you love me, you're going to understand, encourage, and support me. And I appreciate that. This may look like, hey, team members, maybe an email goes out. Please forgive me, team. I know you're used to hearing back from me right away. I want to let you know during the hours of 9 to 11, I'm going to be focused in on prospecting and growing the business and growing the company. So I want to let you know, I will get your emails and get your text messages and your phone calls during the hours of 9 to 11. You will not hear back from me, because just as I'm encouraging you to reach out and do your prospecting and grow your business, I want to do a better job modeling that. So trust that I will get back to you, and please support this and help me protect this time moving forward, right? Get their buy-in. Help me do this. Those of you that work at home, maybe this looks like, hey kids, when this sign is on the door or when this door is closed to the home office, here's what I'm doing. When mom or dad is in the office for these 2 hours with the door shut, I'm making calls. And when I do that, it helps me bring in money for our family. Remember all those trips that we go on? The reason we get to go on those trips is because you're respecting and supporting my time in there to grow so that we can have this fun and do these trips as a family. Younger kids could even get on board with a sticker chart. Hey mom, did you make your calls today? Hey dad, did you get your work done for the day? When we hit 10 stickers, we're going out to dinner as a family. When we hit 20, we're talking about our next trip. When we hit 50, we're going on that next trip. Get their buy-in, right? It's simply a conversation that we need to have, and we need to trust that the people around us, the people that love us the most, are going to support and encourage us. Yes. Will they test the limits initially? Sure, because it's a habit that was created. And the tough love part of this message is we teach people how to treat us. So in the past, if we've been responding and we've been allowing behaviors from other people, that's on us. And in order to change that, we need to come out and have conversation, and then we need to maintain the boundary that we set. So if we say between 9 and 11, I'm not answering text messages from the team, then we're not answering them. Are people still going to message initially? Absolutely, because they're used to it. It's up to us to change that tone and to honor the appointment and the commitments that we made to ourselves so that we can show up even better for the people around us. So looking into the week ahead, relook at your 20% activities. Put them on your calendar first. Have conversations with anybody you need to have conversations with around you to get their support and encouragement so they know what's happening. And then stay committed and honor those appointments that you've made with yourself.